Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Fans worry about Chrisley's mental health after prison release. Julie and Todd Chrisley were recently freed from their prison sentence following a pardon from President Donald Trump. Since then, fans have been asking questions about the reality show stars following their time behind bars. In particular, some fans have shared that they are especially worried about the Chrisley family matriarch. Julie Chrisley was originally set to serve 7 years behind bars. Fans were introduced to the Chrisley family with the USA Network series, Chrisley Knows Best. Back in 2022, Todd and Julie were convicted on various charges, including bank fraud and tax evasion. For her part, Julie was sentenced to 7 years, reporting to the Federal Medical Center in Lexington. In 2024, Julie's sentence was upheld during an attempted appeal. For his part, Todd was sentenced to 12 years, reporting to the federal prison camp in Pensacola. However, Julie and Todd would eventually be released in 2025, following a presidential pardon from President Donald Trump. Since then, fans have been wondering how the couple are adjusting to their lives back on the outside. Taking to social media, one fan recently noted, "Julie seems different." They shared, "I wasn't in favor of their pardon and was actually quite shocked they got one. But since they've been out, Julie seems different." Some fans have noticed a change in the Chrisley Knows Best star. "I watched their show a few times over the years. I know their character and behavior on TV and social media prior to prison for the most part, and Julie seems very disconnected now." Obviously, prison changes you, and adapting to normal life, I'm sure, is jolting at first, but there seems to be a sadness to her now. I wonder if her and Todd will stay together. Other fans shared similar sentiments on social media. In one lengthy comment, another fan shared, "I've noticed that too, and especially in her eyes." Other people have said she's lost her spark. "She looks dead inside." She's probably traumatized and regretting the whole ordeal, which seems the opposite of Todd. She could also still be adjusting to civilian life, as I'm sure it is a shock as well. Some fans thought it was healthy for there to be a change in Julie. This isn't the first time fans noticed a change in Julie following her release. As previously reported, a few fans were concerned after seeing her with her natural hair. At the time, many were wondering if she would go back to her famous platinum blonde locks, as seen on the family's USA Network show. With the recent post, fans continued to share other theories. A few fans were also concerned for Julie's mental health. That said, a few other fans felt things were being taken out of context. A few even thought it was healthy that she didn't immediately return to her previous persona after time in prison. Some comments included, "Julie Chrisley's highly anticipated release from prison was supposed to be a triumphant moment, a fresh start after a harrowing chapter." But just weeks after reuniting with her family, fans are expressing growing concern for the beloved matriarch's mental and emotional well-being. While the Chrisley family has tried to put on a brave face, those who followed their journey from reality TV fame to courtroom scandal are reading between the lines, and what they see has them deeply worried. When Julie walked out of the Kentucky prison gates earlier this year, she was met with cheers from her daughter Savannah and several close friends. Her hair was neatly pulled back, her clothes modest, and her smile strained but present. Cameras caught her embracing Savannah tightly, whispering something into her daughter's ear that made the younger Chrisley wipe away tears. It was a bittersweet reunion, but it didn't take long for eagle-eyed fans to notice that all was not well. In the first family photo shared after her release, Julie stood stiffly beside her children, her eyes distant and her posture tense. Fans flooded the comment section with support and encouragement, but more than a few voiced unease. "She looks like a shell of the woman we knew," one fan wrote. Her smile doesn't reach her eyes anymore. Another commented, "I know Julie is trying to be strong for her family, but I see pain all over her face. I hope she's getting the help she needs." The concern only grew when Julie appeared on Savannah's podcast, Unlocked, less than 2 weeks later. While Savannah tried to steer the conversation toward hope and resilience, Julie's tone was somber. She spoke softly, sometimes stumbling over her words. When asked what prison had taught her, Julie hesitated before saying, "That silence can be deafening, and time can be depression or anxiety." Julie did admit to sleepless nights, flashbacks of confinement, and lingering guilt over leaving her grandchildren behind. "There were nights I thought I'd never see my family again," she confessed, her voice cracking. That kind of fear doesn't just go away. Mental health professionals following the interview noticed the subtle signs. Dr. Leela Green, a trauma counselor who's worked with formerly incarcerated women, said the signs are textbook post-incarceration trauma. She's displaying classic symptoms of emotional withdrawal, hyper-awareness, and emotional suppression, Dr. Green said. It's important that her family understands that even though she's home, she's still living with the psychological scars of her incarceration. Julie's journey through the federal system was never meant to be easy. Known for her nurturing demeanor and no-nonsense elegance on Chrisley Knows Best, she was always the heart of the household. Fans remember her whipping up elaborate dinners while keeping her often erratic husband Todd grounded. The fall from grace, her conviction for fraud and conspiracy, was shocking enough. But the idea of Julie behind bars, separated from her grandchildren, and the comforts of her kitchen, felt unimaginable. Now back home without Todd, who remains behind bars for a longer sentence, Julie is reportedly struggling to find her place. Savannah has stepped up in big ways, essentially becoming the caretaker of the entire family. Sources close to the family say Savannah checks on her mother constantly and has even hired a therapist to work with Julie privately. But others worry it may not be enough. There are moments where she just stares out the window for hours, a family insider shared anonymously. She's not talking much. She doesn't want to leave the house. It's like she's scared to live again. The insider also claimed that Julie's been reluctant to appear on any upcoming Chrisley-related media projects, despite Savannah's push for a docuseries chronicling their comeback. Julie doesn't want cameras in her face right now. She feels broken and exposed. That said, some fans believe Julie's silence may be part of a larger healing process. Many have taken to social media to offer words of empathy rather than alarm. Julie has been through hell. Let her process in her own time, one follower tweeted. Healing isn't linear. She'll find her strength again. Even former reality TV colleagues are speaking out. One anonymous alum of Real Housewives of Atlanta said, "Reality TV doesn't prepare you for real-life crises like prison." Julie's been stripped of her control. She needs space, not spectacle. Still, the Chrisleys are no strangers to spectacle, and pressure is mounting. With public interest in their post-prison lives at an all-time high and rumors swirling about a potential new reality show, it's unclear how Julie will navigate this delicate period. One particularly emotional moment came during a recent family prayer circle live-streamed by Savannah. While Chase, Grayson, and Nanny Faye each said something hopeful, Julie simply bowed her head, tears spilling silently down her cheeks. It was a brief but powerful image. The family's rock crumbling just a little under the weight of everything she's endured. For now, fans continue to rally around Julie, sending letters, well wishes, and mental health resources. Some have even started a hashtag #HealingWithJulie, hoping it brings comfort and community support. Whether she returns to the screen or chooses a quieter path, one thing is clear. Julie Chrisley's story isn't over. But it's entering a chapter that requires compassion, patience, and the kind of grace she once extended so freely to everyone else. She gave so much to others, one fan commented. Now it's time we let her receive. As Julie rebuilds her life one quiet day at a time, the world is watching and hoping that the woman who held her family together for so long finds the strength to finally hold herself.